Hey Misfits, welcome. I am tired today. I'm still a little bit sick and I wanted to make cookies. Don't ask me why I want cookies, but I have like a craving for cookies. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to clean the stove because somebody had cereal all over it. And then we're gonna make cookies and we're gonna make them from scratch. We're going to do 4 different types of cookies. We have, you know, chocolate chip, semi-sweet. We have 2 different kinds of the white chocolate, and then my favorite, butterscotch. And then we're going to do a mixture of butterscotch and chocolate chip cookies for like the 4th flavor. So I'm excited and I wanted to show you guys how I make cookies. So let's get to it. I currently have y'all on my toaster. Like if I could show y'all, it's funny. You're on my toaster. So what we're gonna do is we are going to start making cookies. I'm excited. I absolutely love cooking. So what we're gonna do is we are going to be using my recipe, which it's a pretty simple recipe. I've made cookies before on here, but we're going to be doing like a large batch of cookies. We're going to be doing 4 different kinds of flavors, so it's going to be a large batch that we're going to be doing. Who is messaging me? Okay. So I have everything pulled up here so I don't have to like go to the book, which I have like in the bookcase. So I'm going to be looking at everything on my work phone. That's what this is. This is my work phone. So I have it pulled up here. And then I'm also going to be filming it for my YouTube shorts because yes, why not? The first one that we are going to be doing, I just cleaned off the stove. So I had to put that stuff back. The first one that we are going to be doing is chocolate chip and butterscotch mix. So I don't know if people like butterscotch, but it's like if you mix the butterscotch chips with the chocolate chips, heavenly. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make cookies. Okay, so basically this next part is just going to be a voiceover for everything because why not, right? So we're gonna get our little glass bowl. Sorry for y'all's view because you're gonna have to share with YouTube shorts, and then you know this, I'm gonna very little on camera space, so we do with what we can. But the first thing we're gonna do is we want to get the butter. Normally I use like sticks of butter for baking, especially because it's unsalted and it's just, you know, it always works. But this was a last minute decision, so I haven't been able to have it at room temperature. So I'm getting our, you know, country crop butter. This is butter in my household. I don't care what no one says. But we got this ready, and what we're gonna do is we are going to get 1 cup of butter. And we use these awesome measuring cups from Walmart. Something that I like about them is that they're magnetic. Like, they won't fall apart like they're magnetic and they're so cool. Once we add the butter, we're going to add the white sugar and brown sugar all together. And then once you have that in there, basically you just want to mix everything all together. So I just use a fork to kind of incorporate everything until it's just like this good creamy consistency. And then the part everybody hates me for, the vanilla. Everyone's like, you use too much vanilla. I love vanilla. Thank you very much. Vanilla is good. And when I bake, it's never overpowering. It it's just perfect. So we put in the vanilla, and then we add in the eggs. Also, German Shepherd, whenever you cook, has to be behind your legs. Don't know what the rules are, we just live here. Next, we are going to add in the salt and baking soda. Boom. And I'm pretty sure that's all we're gonna need for teaspoons. And from there, you just wanna mix it in. And finally, the next big part is flour. You want to be careful with the flour. Measure out a little bit. Add it in. So we're gonna do it by cups. So once you get that good mix, we're going to add in more flour. So again, we're going to be doing 3 cups. So that was 2.5. This is 3. And now this is where your batter should be getting tougher. So, oh, see, a mess. Tisk, tisk. And then you just want to have like a good consistency, you know, nice and thick. This is where we get to add our chocolate chips. Fill that with our chocolate chips. But basically you just want to get another 1.5 cups. Roughly. See, you guys see behind the scenes of what I'm doing, because regularly this will just be cut out. So this is going to be later for when we do just our butterscotch cookies. But we're just going to get like a cup of butterscotch added in. I just realized I somehow spilt flour on the floor. When did that happen? Oh well. Anyways, we are now going to mix in, or sorry, fold in the chips. So same thing with how we did the flour and whatnot. You want to start from one side, fold under, bring it up to the top. But after a while of doing that, I get lazy and I just stir this bitch in. Like, that's gonna make a lot of cookies. I get in a little bit of trouble when I make my cookies because it's a lot. Once we get all of that in, we are now going to transfer them onto baking dishes. Clean up our area that we made with flour. So when I say I come prepared for cooking, I come prepared. This bitch is huge. So I'm short, I'm 5'1". This is my arm. It goes all the way across. It don't even reach this side. Like, it's a big pan. So I'm gonna fill this one out first, hoping that I can get a good amount of cookies on here. I don't actually know how many I'm gonna be able to get on here, but we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. So we're gonna get our mixture. We're gonna get a spoon. That's probably too big of a spoonful, but I don't care. We're gonna place that bitch. We're gonna get a spoon. We go place that bitch. And then basically we just let them cook for about 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do these next ones. Making our little cookie batch. Alright, so that's the last bit of this cookies, and I'm gonna put them in the oven too. And we're gonna let them sit in there for 10 minutes. Alright, Misfits, here's my problem. The cookies are done. I have no counter space. I need to get the other 2 out. Wow. That one can go for a little bit longer. This can go for like another bit, but I need to hurry up and put these on the cooling rack and set the cooling rack somewhere. I did not think this through. I always do this when I'm baking. I'm like, yeah, I got this, I can do this. No counter space whatsoever. So yeah, we're gonna go grab the cooling room. This is why I need a big kitchen. I cannot live this little kitchen style life. Okay, so I just finished making the cookies, and let me show you guys the mess of making these cookies, because it's unbelievable. So this is what I'm working with. I have all of the ingredients, the setup for YouTube shorts, and the very limited space that I had. The struggle for all of this. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the cookies to cool, and then I'm going to move on to the next batch of cookies. So we're going to clean up a little bit while these finish cooling. They're almost completely cool, and then I can put them in the baking dish. There we go. I could not think of the word for the life of me, but let's get cleaning. So this is the before. There's a whole dish tray back there full of clean dishes, and then the sink. I will show you the after. Hey Misfits. So it is now the next day, and it's currently nap time. But in frame would be nice. I'd just say on top of the microwave. I could not finish the cookies yesterday because guess whose water went out? Mine, because they were doing construction up the street and hit the freaking water line. So everything down the line had to be cut off for them to fix it. So we were out of water like half of the day yesterday, and I was so upset. I'm just like, I want to get these cookies done. So I was only able to get just the chocolate chip butterscotch mix done. And I figured, alright, today's a new day. Let's go ahead and do the white chocolate chips. So, same concept. I'm going to try and give you guys a better view of the cookies of what I'm doing this time, instead of doing the YouTube shorts. That's gonna have like a different angle, but I figured I would give you guys an actual view of like the cookie bowl, and then me just doing like a voiceover, like how I do with what you just saw, but like a better view. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm still a little bit sick, still reeling everything in, but I just finished all of the dishes because we finally got water back this morning, and we're going to do the cookies. So let's get started. I lied. I suddenly have no burst of energy. I'm still gonna do the cookies. We're doing the cookies. It's happening. Put my choker on. Everything's fine. Got myself the little strawberry refresher from Starbucks. Who is here? Rude. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get all the ingredients out and, you know, cover my counter in ingredients again, and then operate on the stove. Except this time, everything that I need is right here in the dish rack. But we got this. That's the leftover butterscotch chips that I'm going to be making next after the white chocolate. But I really want to get the white chocolate done first. So let's make cookies. And no one is going to know that it's white chocolate cream cheese. Because you're not going to tell anybody, and I'm not going to tell anybody. Are you still zoomed in? I am. Let me zoom out so you can see my face properly. I'm not going to tell nobody. You're not going to tell nobody. It's fine. But yeah, cookies came out great. I'm going to let them cool, and then they are going to go in a bucket and join the other cookies on top of the fridge. But I'm debating on if I want to do the chocolate chip cookies next or the butterscotch. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do the butterscotch one just because I have them out and I don't want the chips to go bad. So I feel like that would probably be the smart move. But I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So let's see which one I pick next.